Many of us, we're already there. And as we lay down, choosing whichever position on your back feels most comfortable, whether it's just laying flat or bringing the soles of the feet together for reclined butterfly pose. Maybe just the knees bent, and you can let your knees softly rest against one another. Maybe scoot your feet out a little wide, and that can be a nice stretch for the low back, a nice release. So just maybe explore, let that inner teacher speak in terms of, oh yeah, this is the place where I can start my practice this evening. Imagine that you have now just arrived to two large loving hands, Mother Earth beneath you, holding you here and offering this space. Right? So now that you've made the conscious choice to be here tonight, and thank yourself, for carving out this time, welcome yourself to this space. So not only the space that together as a community we, create, but also the space directly underneath you, right? Yoga mat, that rectangular shape that can offer us so much transformation, a journey each time we step onto it. And today is the first day of April, first day of our spring yoga challenge, where we're encouraging everyone to try and do yoga every day, even if it's 10 minutes at home. So let this first day of April and the spring-like weather, right, that we had this weekend, that just beautiful, brilliant sunshine, I think everyone just felt elevated by. So even though it's not the first day of spring, let this class, this practice tonight, be a rebirth, a reawakening, again for 1 hour. So invite in the breath without strain, without force. We come into our Durga Pranayama 3-part yogic breath. We breathe in through the nose, feeling the belly and then the rib cage, and then we fill up the chest to the top of our lungs, and then a slow exhale through the nose. And you can just feel that breath leave and release, letting go. We inhale deeply. Each breath in, we drink in this space, this time, this reawakening, this hour of rebirth. And we breathe out what we no longer need, or what we do not need while we are here. So let this be your intention. So whether you post a goal on our board out there, or maybe you have just your own way of journaling, intentions, let this hour be your intention, be your practice of rebirth, reawakening. We'll take several more rounds of Durga Pranayama. Continue to welcome yourself here, to arrive. And let this act of just laying on your back, connected to Mother Earth below, hold you in a very grounded, safe, and peaceful space for your transformation tonight. We invite in mantra repetition, practice of japa yoga, yoga pose for the mind, giving our mind a task, associating it with our breath. Inhale, silently whisper Sat. As you exhale, Nam. Sat, Nam. Truth is my identity, or I am grounded in my truth, or I speak my truth. I invite in tonight my highest self, my most authentic self, my truth. So let this hour be your truth. And as we allow the noise of our day to fade away, invite in this pure self, knowing you are perfect and whole, as you are, in this moment. The minute you rolled out your mat, just invite that self to shine. Let's take one more round of Durga Pranayama. Inhaling sat, belly, rib cage, feeling the heart fill up with breath, with prana, life force, and breathe out, peace, release, letting go, nam. Let's hug our right knee up into our chest and lengthen our left leg long. Wind releasing pose. So that gentle squeeze in the right hip. We're compressing just gently in the front organs. And the left leg is engaged. We're pressing through that left heel slightly, flexing our toes up towards the ceiling. Bless you. And meet the sensation you feel with breath. Allow any tension to dissolve. We'll take one more breath here. And now straighten your right leg towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingers right underneath your right thigh. Flex your right toes down towards your face and firmly root that right side of your hip, low back, tailbone down into the earth. Almost like you're scooting the right hip forward to pull the left hip a little bit back towards your shoulder. And just breathe into the sensation. Again, meet sensation with breath. Taking one more breath here. Now let's bend that right knee and come into a gentle twist, crossing the right knee all the way over to the left, maybe rolling over that left hip. And now release the right arm and maybe turn your gaze. And again, there's no element of force here. Right? We're just allowing the body to receive. Doing a lot of twisting tonight. Really detox, focus, purification, cleansing, rebirth, reawakening, sat, nam. Let's take one more breath in here. And just come back through center. Go ahead and lengthen your right leg again up towards the ceiling and slowly lower it to the mat beneath you. Use that core strength and just take a moment to lay flat and to notice your two sides, how your body feels, any differences between your right and left. And then drawing left knee up into the chest, wind releasing pose on this side. So we energize through that right leg and we meet sensation with breath. As if you could feel your breath swirling around in that left hip. Just mindful as we squeeze here, we're soaking this area of the body with fresh circulation and energetic awareness. And so we're squeezing out byproducts, toxins. We're releasing, we're letting that go. All that junk. We're doing this for our mind, sat, nam, mental detox, decluttering, unplugging. Let's take one more breath here. And now lengthen your left leg up towards the ceiling. We'll interlace our fingers underneath the left thigh and gently press through your right heel. Flex your toes, left toes down towards your face. Pressing into your thigh, scoot that left hip, really root it down to maybe pull the right hip up just a bit. And again, breathe into the sensation from this calm and relaxed and focused place, mindfulness. Let's take one more breath in here. And then bending that left knee, we'll move into an easy twist. Carry that left knee all the way over to the right, not forcing it, just allowing it to find its place. And release the left arm out, maybe turning your gaze over your left shoulder. Maybe the eyes are closed. We allow ourselves to just receive, again, without any control. It's that art of letting go, surrender. Take one more breath in here. And we'll roll back and reach our left leg again up towards the ceiling and use your core strength to slowly lower it all the way back down to the mat. notice. Notice your body. Notice where your mind is. Now notice your breath. Invite it in. Soft. Nam. And join both knees into the chest. Let's roll over to our right side, fetal pose. And then we'll press up to a cross-legged seat from here. Arriving, maybe sitting on a block, where we can find a nice tall spine. And releasing shoulders down the back. Now let's walk our fingertips out right beside the hips. Just energize through the arms. You can quite reach if you're on the block. And maybe close the eyes, or just find a one-pointed gaze, soft gaze out in front of you. Inhale up the spine. And breathe back down. Soft. Now walk our right fingertips out. Just sweep our left arm up and over. Maybe bend that right elbow. Just walk those fingertips out as far as feels good. And as we ground now through the palm or fingertips, twist that heart open. Maybe gazing under the left arm, or you can relax, gaze down over the right shoulder. Try to keep the left shoulder relaxed as we continue just to twist and shine. Take one more breath in, and left hand pulls down, right arm sweeps up and over. Just find that place where you get a nice side stretch. We stay grounded through the sits bones. And just breathing, no tension in the shoulders and the face, maybe even a soft smile. Inhaling deeply into the right thigh, and right hand connects down. Let's sweep both hands up overhead, grounding to the sits bones, rising up through the fingertips. We'll come into a twist from here, left hand to the right knee, and then we swing our right fingertips around, plant them firmly, tent them, and almost like a kickstand as we press to straighten the right arm, we lengthen our spine. Imagine a spiral staircase from the tailbone, the base of your spine, slowly up to the mid-spine. Maybe the gaze is over the right shoulder. Maybe the eyes are closed. Allow your breath to walk these stairs, to fill your heart. And breathing out as we twist out what we do not need. Take one more breath in, Durga Pranayama, 3-part yogic breath. And as we exhale, we slowly release back through the center. Inhale, rise up, hands up overhead, press down, feel that lift. And now we'll twist to the left, bringing the right hand to the left knee. Right fingertips firmly connect, they ground us. As we press down and feel our spine grow tall, we allow our breath again to climb the staircase from the base of the spine, spiraling up to the thoracic spine, all the way up to the neck, maybe gazing over the left shoulder. We'll take one more breath in here, 3-part breath, a silent whisper, soft. Nam. As we exhale, we release through center. Now let's roll forward and come to hands and knees, tabletop pose. We take a moment here with a neutral spine to ground through the palms, spread out the fingers. Now bring your awareness right beneath your belly button. Lock in that core awareness. Pull your belly muscles up and back towards your spine. And maintaining belly lock. Inhale, cow pose. Lift your tail as the shoulders draw down the back. Right? The chest just opens. And cat pose. Start at the tailbone, round, tuck. Drop the head. Inhale, forward, cow. Sat. Cat. Nam. And just continue at your pace. Maybe the eyes are closed. Explore each vertebrae of the spine. Feel this sense of fluidity, like ocean waves. Invite in the water element as we stay firmly grounded through our palms and connected to the earth below. Our core strength, our Uddiyana Bandha belly lock, is that element of fire, and our breath, right there. We just feel this movement in our space. All these elements also associated with our chakras. invite in this awareness, this experience. Take one more round wherever you are. We'll meet in a child's pose after you've completed that last cat pose. Felt some sense of completion with cat-cow spinal movement. And then we settle back into Balasana. And we allow the connection of our forehead to settle the mind. We come back to these two loving hands of Mother Earth beneath us. And we reawaken. We call upon that perfect and whole, authentic highest self to be here, to be present. Let's take one more breath in this peaceful place of Balasana. And we're coming to a downward facing dog, coming forward again through hands and knees, tucking your toes and stretching back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Explore a little movement here, maybe just bending one knee and then the next, or shifting heels to one side and then the next, or any other movement. No rights, no wrongs. And now we'll take 3 breaths in stillness in down dog. Maybe the eyes close, maybe we settle our gaze right between our big toes. Ground through our palms. We feel the energy in our arms, up the spine, down the legs, through the heels. And if you had a mirror on your thighs, maybe a soft smile, the face resembling that of peace, of contentment, santosha in this moment. Let's take one more breath in. And now walk your hands back to meet your feet. We'll come into ragdoll, a forward fold at the back of our mat. Maybe catching each elbow, or allowing just the arms to hang heavy. Maybe a slight sway side to side, or shaking the head yes and no. And just feel that upper body draping over the legs, so you can bend your knees as much as needed. And feel your eyes pleasantly rest heavily into their sockets. Right, your skin in your face pleasantly heavy to the bone. We hold our head up all day long. We hold the weight of our worlds on our shoulders, and we come here to release, to let go. So let's take one more breath in. Notice where you feel your breath. And we'll release our hands down to the mat, feet hip width apart, halfway lift, hands to the shins, or maybe swept back by the hips like airplane arms. And releasing back down, we breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift, right? Heart pulls forward, lower body strong and stable, and releasing back down. Once more, halfway lift, inhale, and fold. From here, we'll roll up to standing mountain pose, Tadasana, taking your time as you plug into the feet, knees stay bent. The strength comes from that core, that fire, that Agni. As we feel ourselves rise up and grow tall with breath. When we arrive into our Tadasana, maybe the eyes close, or a soft gaze down. Right? How simple this is to just stand, but bring in the mindfulness. Feel the 4 corners of your feet. Feel the energy, like you're charging, as if you were charging your feet into an electrical outlet. Feel that charge up the legs, like you're squeezing a block between your thighs. And as the tail lengthens down, our core remains engaged. Feel the shoulder blades integrate down with the spine. And welcome yourself here. Our next breath in, let's reach our hands up for the sky. Extended Tadasana, pressing into the feet, feeling that rise up. And fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to the shins or airplane arms, sweep you back and forward at the same time. Fold back down, head is heavy. Extended Tadasana, press down to rise up. You can grow tall with your breath. Hands reach for the sky. And fold, exhale, empty the lungs. Halfway lift, inhale, fill up with life force. And release back down. Once more, sweep up for the sky, extended Tadasana, press down, feel that rise, and again releasing back down. Halfway lift, inhale, and fold. Downward facing dog. And walk your hands forward. And just notice you arrive back here. Reach your right leg to the sky. Three-legged down dog. Bend your knee and peel open your hips. Right? Just stack that right hip. Melt your heart, your chest towards your left thigh. Arms stay long. Head is heavy. Let's take one more breath in. Come back to your three-legged down dog. Right leg stays lifted, dialing the right hip down. Flexing your toes down. Pressing through your heel for one more breath in. And now knee to nose. Find cat pose here as you round through your spine. Inhaling, three-legged down dog. Let's find a low lunge, stepping your right foot forward, and we'll lower our left knee down to the mat. If you require some extra padding here, fold your mat over under that back knee, or maybe tuck a folded towel. And from here, let's just press into the thigh to lift up. And we're going to find an open arm twist, sweeping open towards the right wall, reaching out, fingertips through fingertips. All the while, our inner thighs squeeze in towards one another. Right? Our core provides that stability. And we feel the heart open, the shoulders melt down the back. We gaze straight at the wall, or maybe even over towards your right thumb. Take another breath in here. And now bring your right hand to the low back, and left arm reaches to the sky. A little more of a back bend. You can even travel that right hand down your back leg. Right? Just go to where it feels appropriate, to your growing edge. Let's take one more breath in here. Cartwheeling hands to the mat, runner's lunge. With the right hip, pull your right leg long. And our fingertips walk back under the shoulders. And we're going to pulse here with our breath, as Jill put it in her last class, like, what was it, kelp on the ocean floor. Yeah. So as we inhale, just feel the heart kind of pull your spine long. As we exhale, we just melt a little bit more into the pose. And just continue with your breath, inhaling. Exhaling. Invite in that water element, that water-like flow here. Meet the sensation with breath. We'll take one more inhale. Beautiful. Come to a three-legged down dog from here. Walk yourself back forward. Tuck your back toes and reach your right leg to the sky. Now let's keep that right leg lifted and walk your hands back towards your left leg for standing splits. And without force, just allow that right heel to continue reaching and energizing up towards the sky. Drop the head. Meet the sensation you feel with breath. One more inhale and releasing forward fold. Once again at the back of our mat. Halfway lift, sat. Fold, nam, exhale. Rise up, extended Tadasana. Plug into your feet and charge and lift. And release back down, emptying the lungs, letting go. Again, halfway lift, inhale. And fold. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands forward. Take a moment to just settle back in here. To ground through the palms. Press right into the base of your thumb and pointer finger. Imagine the mirror on your thighs. Smile. And reach your left leg long. From here, let's bend the left knee and just peel open your hips, stacking the left hip on top of the right. Melt your heart, your chest towards the right thigh. Beautiful. Take one more breath in. We'll come back to our three-legged down dog. Left leg stays lifted. Dial your left hip down. Press through your left heel like you're pressing into the wall behind you. One more breath in. And knee to nose, right? Find that element of cat pose, rounding forward. Inhale, lengthen back. And let's come to our low lunge on this side, stepping the left foot through. And we'll lower our right knee down to the mat. And padding as needed, settling in here. And then walking ourselves up. Find our open arm twist on this side, twisting towards the left wall, reaching out. And from the heart center, fingertip through fingertip. And our inner thighs are squeezing actively in towards the midline. Gazing straight at the wall, or maybe back towards that left thumb. No tension, just breath. One more inhale here, and then connect your left hand to your low back or hip, and the right arm just gently reaches up. Right, heart is open, shoulders square. Gaze wherever is comfortable for your neck. Feel this heart opener here. Fill your heart with breath, with prana, life force. One more inhale, and cartwheel hands to the mat, runner's lunge. Let that left hip pull your left leg long. Fingertips walk back under the shoulders. Right, we're gonna find that flow, that ocean flow. Inhaling, the spine pulls forward. Exhaling, soft and tuck your chin into your chest, round. Inhale, your pace with your breath. Exhale, soft. Nam. Take one more round wherever you are. And we'll meet back in a three-legged down dog, walking our hands forward, tuck your back toes, straighten the leg, and reach your left leg for the sky. We'll find our standing splits. Begin to walk your hands back towards your right foot. Allow the head to hang heavy, to drop. You can breathe into the sensation. Lead it with breath. One more inhale, and then releasing. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale, ocean waves. Sweep up to the sky, press into the earth, and feel yourself grow tall with prana, life force. Fold back down, release, let go, drop. Halfway lift, inhale, soft. Fold, nam. Downward facing dog. Walk yourself forward. Notice. Take 3 breaths and be still here. Close the eyes or soften your gaze. Find your mirror. That truest, highest, most perfect self is you in this moment. That is who we are. And now we'll bend the knees, look forward, and step up to the top of your mat. Putting a 2-way forward fold once again. Halfway lift, we breathe in and fold. Extended Tadasana, press down, rise up, receive, and bring your hands and your awareness to heart center, Anjali Mudra. So continue to ground through the legs. Feel the connection again of your feet. And now imagine roots growing from your feet, connecting you to not only your mat, but the earth beneath your mat. And with each inhale, all that nourishes us, that brings us to our highest, most authentic self, our truth, our satya, we breathe that in to our heart. And as we exhale, we just feel our breath move down the legs, and anything we wish to rid ourselves of dissolves into the earth below us. Inhale, sat, draw up, receive, bring that prana, that awareness to your heart. Breathe out, the shoulders draw down the back. We release with intention whatever we wish to let go of. 3 more breaths. One more inhale here, drawing up, receiving at the heart, your prana here, and release what you do not need. It is not who you are. It does not define us. Reaching hands up for the sky with a soft smile. Inhale and fold. Exhale. Hinge from the hips. Drop. Halfway lift. Inhale. And fold from here to the giant step back with your left foot to the back of the mat. So the right foot will stay forward. Let's bring our hands to the inside of the right foot. And now we can lower that left knee down. Again, if you would like to tuck a towel or fold your mat over. And now from here, Maybe dropping to your forearms. You can also be on a block or even 2 blocks here. And then we tuck our chin into our chest. Try to maintain somewhat of a 90-degree alignment in that front knee. And we drop our head. And we close our eyes. And we ask ourselves to meet the sensation with breath, with awareness, not with attachment. Take one more breath here. Now let's walk back up onto our palms. Scoot that right foot in, so we're now framing the right foot with our hands. And again, press into the thigh to rise up. This time we'll reach our hands up overhead, Anjaneyasana. And we're squeezing our inner thighs in actively towards one another. We feel the lift in our heart, some lightness in our face to our fingertips. Take one more breath in. Draw your hands, your awareness to your heart center. Let's take another inhale here. We'll come into a twist. Keep the left elbow outside of the right knee. Or finding more open twist. Connecting the left hand outside of the right knee. Floating the right hand to the low back. So much more open sort of heart variation. If your palms are together, just gently press them so your thumbs are in front of your heart. Take one more breath in. Downward facing dog. Connect your hands. Step back. On your next breath in, lift your heels. Come to the balls of your feet. And now bend your knees so your shins are just hovering above the mat. Press your heart, your chest towards your thighs. Lengthen your legs. Inhale. Lower your heels. Exhale. Again, inhale. Rise up. Bend the knees, press back. Press the hips back, the heart back. Straighten your legs, inhale. Lower the heels, exhale. So we'll add on, inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, press back. Pause here. And now press forward into a plank. Shoulder stack over the wrist. And you have the option to modify with your knees now connected. Inhale forward to your tippy toes and lower to your belly. Come all the way down. So again, you can lower from hands and knees. Create a pillow with your hands, right? One sort of palm face down, stacking the palms, and let your forehead rest right on those fingertips. Create that little pillow. Feel your belly meet the earth with breath. Back to your Durga Pranayama, this time laying on your belly, and just notice the experience. And again, this earth connection. We'll take one more breath here. And setting up for Sphinx pose. Coming onto our elbows so they're directly under the shoulders. So our forearms are flat, palms ground, the top of the mat. We're going to energize the legs. Press into the tops of the feet. Maybe the shins and knees slightly lift. And the tailbone roots down. We find our Uddiyana Bandha, the low belly muscles, drawing back towards the spine. And imagine now you're trying to pull yourself forward. So there's an action of actually pressing down, opening to the chest. No tension of the face. Option here for Mula Bandha, we lift the pelvic floor. Also Uddiyana Bandha, that low belly lock. We lock in that energy from our lowest chakras that keeps us grounded, connected, stable, and safe. And we feel this rise, this breath, this prana to our heart, Anahata chakra. Take one more breath in, and let's release, forehead to the mat. Child's pose, Balasana. Stretch your hips back to your heels, and welcome yourself back here. And if the mind has wandered, it's okay. So we allow this connection to forehead, the connection of forehead into the mat, the earth, our third eye center, to settle the mind. Just witness your experience here tonight. This is your reawakening, your rebirth, whatever that means to you. Just that power of intention while we're here. The art of letting go. Let's take one more breath in. And then downward facing dog, coming forward through hands and knees, tucking your toes, stretching back. Invite in that companion of mantra. If you have wandered off from it, just come back. Sat, Nam. Truth is my identity. I am grounded in my truth. And let's bend our knees, look forward, and you can walk back up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, and fold, exhale. Extended Tadasana, plug into the feet, the earth, feel the charge, the rise up, and folding back down into Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, and fold. Take a giant step back with your right foot to the back of your mat so the left foot stays forward. And as we lower our right knee down, we can bring our hands down to the inside of our left foot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe a little bit more hands with a towel. No, good. Okay. We can drop to our forearms here. Use our blocks. One block, two blocks. And once we set up the posture, a very symbolic gesture of surrender, tucking chin to the chest, dropping the head, maybe closing the eyes. And we meet the sensation with breath. From this very calm place. We just notice what challenges us. All that we can learn from these postures, this awareness that we gain, what we hold in our bodies, we allow ourselves to let go with intention to release whatever we might be holding here on this evening. Let's take one more breath in. And then walking back up onto the hands, we'll scoop the left foot in, so we're now framing the left foot. And then pressing into the thigh to rise up. This time reaching hands up overhead, Anjaneyasana. And your thighs squeeze in. Let's scoot that left foot over a little bit, finding some balance here. Feeling that rise to the heart, maybe the eyes closed. Take one more breath in, filling up with prana, lightness. And bring hands and awareness once again to Anahata Chakra. Inhaling here. And now we'll twist to the left, either finding prayer twist, hooking the right elbow, or finding more open twist. Hand to knee and low back. And if we're maintaining our prayer twist, just gently pressing those thumbs to right in front of the heart center. I'm just twisting out. Imagine you're just like squeezing a wet rag and all the stuff that's dripping off. And all that stuff, all that junk that we all build up in our bodies and minds. Let's take one more breath here and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Connect the hands, step back. On your next inhale, lift your heels, come to the balls of your feet. Bend the knees, press the heart back towards the thighs, straighten your legs, inhale, lower the heels, exhale. And again, inhale, rise up. As you breathe out, bend your knees, shins are hovering, press your chest back towards your thighs, lengthen your legs, and lower the heels. And again, we'll add on, inhaling, lift up, exhaling, press back, and just kind of swim into a plank, swim forward. From here, you can lower your knees first to the mat. On your next inhale, come forward past the wrist and lower to your belly. Come all the way down. Again, we can make that pillow with our hands. Resting your forehead. Bless you. We invite in Durga Pranayama once again on our bellies. Feel your belly rise. Feel your rib cage expand out. Feel your heart. So we literally fill up pranayama. It's control of subtle energy, life force, otherwise known as breath. Energetically, we fill up. Each time we breathe in, we receive all of the gifts, right, from the universe around us, within us. And we just breathe out. And you can either just send out peace, or you can also use that exhale to let go, to release, to feel the surrender, to detach. And coming back to mantra, soft inhaling, Nam. Back bend of your choice. So this could be Cobra, Bhujangasana, Dhanurasana, bow pose, locust pose, Salavasana, or come back to your Sphinx pose, grounding through the elbows, the forearms, right? And just come into your back bend as you breathe in. Right? We'll hold here. If you'd like to add a little flow wherever you are. If you're in bow, feel that rocking forward and back, like you're literally in bow pose on an ocean wave. Right, find some kind of flow, even if it's very subtle. We'll take one more breath in and releasing child's pose. We come back once again to our Balasana. Allowing this place once again to be this safe and loving place. Two loving hands, Mother Earth, holding you here. One more breath in. Coming into just hero's pose, kneeling posture. We'll just lift ourselves up. So we're going to come into a supported, seated twist. So we can just focus a little more on detoxifying twist. We're going to create, you can either have one block or two, and we're just going to transition our seat onto it. Just make a little bench, just a little space, a little pedestal. One or two, whatever's comfortable. Oh, sorry, Lisa, I should have brought these blocks. We'll bring our feet together. All right, so we're just going to come into a twist, almost as if we were in chair pose, but we have the support so we can really relax into the twist. So the options here is we twist to the right. Of course, you can just maintain an open twist, maybe bring that left arm a little bit outside of the right knee and gently pressing your right hand into your low back, feeling the openness. Or if you'd like to go deeper, we can bring that left elbow outside of the right knee and we come back to a prayer twist, pressing our thumbs right in front of our heart center. Wherever we are, the spine is still long. Come back to that spiral staircase, close your eyes, right? Climb the staircase with your breath. The base of your spine, slowly making its way up. And see, with the support of the block underneath you, if you really relax deeply into the twist. Maybe close the eyes. Allow the eyes to be soft. Squeeze and soak. Squeezing out, soaking in all the good stuff. Squeezing out all that stuff that we just do not need. Let's take one more breath in. And then slowly coming back through center. Let's just come into a forward fold for a moment. Maybe coming back to ragdoll. If you would like a deeper forward fold, you can do big toe hold. These fingers around the big toes. Ragdoll. Again, gorilla pose. Allow the head to drop. Notice where you feel your breath. We'll take one more inhale here. Releasing hands, bring feet back hip width apart. Let's take a halfway lift to elongate the spine. And fold. Extended Tadasana, press down, rise up. You're going to slide back in here. And fold. Now just make our way gently back down onto our blocks. We'll set up for our twist on the other side. Any adjustments that you'd like to make to your blocks. So we're just nice and stable. Our own little throne. We can come now into our open twist, bringing the right arm gently outside the left knee. The left hand floats to the low back. And we're just kind of pressing that arm gently without force to be real open in the chest. And there is the option here for prayer twist. And prayer twist, gently pressing the palms together so that the thumbs are right in front of your heart. And maybe close your eyes here. So we're going to hold here. Come back to that spiral staircase. And we feel our breath move up our spine. Maybe close the eyes. See if you can find that ability to relax deeply here into your twist. Allow any tension to dissolve. Feel the benefits of what you are doing in this moment. And let's take one more breath in. And release it. We'll come back to a forward fold. We can just set our blocks aside now. Come to the top of your mat. And again, halfway lift to elongate the spine. And fold. And once more, we're going to rise out to our extended Tadasana. Receive this breath, prana, life force. Drawing hands, awareness to heart center. We bow in. Inhale, reaching back up to the sky. And folding. Uttanasana. Releasing. Halfway lift. Inhale. And fold. Downward facing dog, stepping back. Last down dog of this practice. We'll come into stillness for 3 breaths. And lowering to hands and knees, tabletop pose, thread the needle. Left hand stays down under the nose. Right arm sweeps up towards the sky. And now thread the right arm under, palm face up. And we bring the right shoulder and the right ear all the way down to the mat. And allow the right arm to drop and be straight and heavy. So just let that right arm like melt into the earth. Just bring his hand down all the way up to the half. And you can stay here. Hopefully you're getting a nice stretch in your right shoulder. So the left elbow can stay bent. You can straighten your left arm towards the top of your mat. Some of us may enjoy tucking the left hand behind the low back if that feels good in your body. Final variation, right, is to lengthen your left leg. Although if we go there, we aren't hovering in space because we have weight in our neck. So keep those left toes grounded, connected at the back of your mat. Like your anchor. And again, notice where you feel your breath. And as you breathe in deeply, inviting in just this very expansive 360-degree breath. Right? So not just the belly, but the low back. And not just the front side of the rib cage, but the backs of your rib cage. And your chest, your heart, but also right between your shoulder blades. Let's take one more breath in here and releasing tabletop pose. Back to a neutral spine and cow pose. Inhale, lift your tail, open the heart, find that arch. Cat pose, tuck and round. We'll do 2 more rounds of cat-cow. And maybe the eyes are closed. Feel that fluidity, that earth connection. Fire in your core, filled with breath, moving through your space. When you've completed your 3rd round, we'll come to thread the needle on the other side. So the right hand stays down, and left arm sweeps high, and then we'll just sweep it under. Again, palm is face up. Bring the left shoulder, ear, left elbow, back of the hand, all rests down. And you can just find whichever variation. Explore what feels good on this side. Sat. Nam. One more breath in. And releasing. From here, we're going to set up for Shavasana. So for hands and knees, you can just roll onto your sits bones, stretch your legs out long, and lower yourself down or walk yourself down. Into our final pose of rest. If there are any last movements, any last poses, stretches to help settle the body for Shavasana, please take it. Or if you want to scoot to the wall and throw your legs up the wall for Shavasana, always an option. Welcome yourself here to your Shavasana. Total surrender. Effortless. The breath is effortless. The body is effortless. Come back to the two loving hands beneath you, holding this space and this time for you. Invite in a timeless state of awareness. Allow your mind to settle and allow yourself to just be. Begin to bring our awareness back into our surroundings. Maybe wiggling toes and fingers to reawaken the body. Perhaps stretching arms up overhead. Inhale. Inhaling deeply, breathing in this peace. And from the heart, breathe out. Drawing knees into the chest. This time we'll roll to our left side for fetal pose, pausing. And here, very symbolic as we move from corpse to fetal, a new cycle of yourself in this moment. Transformation, reawakening, rebirth, whatever that means to you. Let's press up to a cross-legged seat. The eyes stay closed. And let's just bring one hand and then the other and place it right at your heart center. And tuck your chin into your chest. As we bow in to this truth within us, this place of beauty, our highest, most authentic self, knowing that with this next breath in, we are whole and perfect. We are right where we are meant to be. So we stand grounded in this truth and all that other stuff, all the noise. Don't let that become a story that you tell yourself. Set the intention of detaching, letting that stuff go. And let yourself shine. Let's close here with hands staying just connected to our hearts by chanting Om one time together, inhaling. So let this Om, this sound vibration that unites all living things, let it just sing and shine and silently continue to chant and to feel this peace, this shine permeate through every cell, every fiber of your being. And just let yourself be a magnet for others from this place of truth and peace. Bringing thumbs now up to third eye center. The light in me sees and honors the light in each one of you. As we bow forward together, we say, Namaste. Thank you all. Again, it was such a pleasure to join you tonight and to be here for Sonia. Again, we'll be back next week. Again, I'm Stacy. I teach Deep Flow on Thursday nights, although Rachel will be teaching it this week. And I'm offering an aromatherapy and yoga experience workshop, I guess, mid-month. So if that interests you, it's going to be lots of fun for your senses. And we have lots of events this month as well. It's our annual challenge. So feel free to check out our calendar. Have a wonderful and beautiful evening. If you have any questions, let me know.